Oh boy, Royal Rumble time. I should be fully excited, and on one hand I am, but on the other hand, I am a little bit nervous. Not just because this is my stomping grounds that we're doing it in, my Kingdom of Houston, but unfortunately, the card itself, it has some exciting stuff, but some things leave a little more room than to be desired. Still have to go, because this is kind of a once-in-a-lifetime ordeal. It's not often that you get a Big Four pay-per-view in your city. Let's just say the last time the Royal Rumble was in Houston, was the first ever time it aired on pay-per-view back in 1989. And I wasn't even born yet at that time. Yeah, that was insane. But yeah, Coffee Lover 239, I am. Heaty here with me, say hi.
Hey,
Alright, let's not waste any more time. Let's rumble. Alright, our first match is the men's Royal Rumble match. 30-man Royal Rumble for a World Championship match at Mania 36. I can't believe it. I accidentally hit the stream button instead of the record button, and it cut off a bit of it, so I have to redo this bit. So I'm actually just going to straight up, full down, blaze these names, and it may take, hopefully we just run through it, because I don't know what it is with the company, but they announced 27 out of the 30 entrants of this match. For SmackDown, Roman Reigns, Elias, King Corbin, Dolph Ziggler, Otis, Tucker, Braun Strowman, Shinsuke Nakamura, Kofi Kingston, Big E, John Morrison, The Miz. And for Raw, Brock Lesnar, AJ Styles, Eric Rowan, Randy Orton, Rey Mysterio, Ricochet, Drew McIntyre, Rusev, Bobby Lashley, Aleister Black, Buddy Murphy, Seth Rollins, Kevin Owens, Samoa Joe, and R-Truth. Why is the 24/7 champion in the Rumble? Your guess is as good as mine. And notice there was no NXT names announced. And the fact that there's only 3 of them left, they better have some big surprises planned, and I mean some big surprises. No backstory here on the Wikipedia page, but there is this bit of information. Usually the WWE Championship is generally defended at every year's Royal Rumble pay-per-view. But then on the January 6th episode of Raw, Brock Lesnar, feeling that no one, and he does mean no one, was worthy of an opportunity. But then again, you've booked him way too damn strong, so I digress. So he entered himself into the Royal Rumble match despite being WWE Champion as entrant number 1. There were no changes to the rules of the match, even though he's holding one of 2 World Championships that the winner can challenge for at WrestleMania 36. I am nervous between the fact that they've announced almost the whole damn field, and, like, there's not a lot of room for surprises. There's rumors that Cain Velasquez, he says, I think I'm in, but that was in an interview with The Sun, aka Curse newspaper, so you may want to take that piece with a grain of salt. And even if he does, who else are they really going to throw in there as a surprise? Like, you better have a big surprise. Something that'll blow whatever little roof off of the Minute Maid Park has. Because there's been rumors going around that Edge is going to be a surprise, damn it. And there's all sorts of other crazy shit flying around. Hell, apparently, get this. Tony Nese was like, I just asked WWE officials, and they sent him number 31 back. He actually sent me this. It's possible it's like, now what? You're trying to tease the goddamn, a 40-man Rumble? We don't have time for that. There's enough with this card as is. And something just feels off. Something does not feel right. Normally they don't do this. Normally they don't announce that many of the field to the point where you almost know for a fact every body, limb for limb. And you know what's crazy? Because normally I had some trouble in the VC at times with some people with spoilers in this whole mess. Because, like, some may get ahead, announce this. But here I don't think there would even be that excuse. Because look! Almost every freaking body has been announced. And there are kind of some throwaway entries in here, too. Like, you know Heavy Machinery is not going to win. As much as I like them, neither of them are going to win. Not even Otis, who's the true breakout star. And you look at the New Day, or at least 2/3 of them, since Xavier Woods is still out with an injury. But there's kind of some throwaway spots in here, to be honest. I mean, there's some good spots, lo and behold. But realistically, I can only see a couple people winning. and one of them already won a damn Royal Rumble. So, can we please just not have a repeat? Can we please not? Can we start the decade off right and not have a repeat of what happened 5 years ago in Philly? Is that too much to ask for, Heavey?
I mean, I don't know. I mean, if you look at the names announced, I mean, what sick freak on the WWE creative team gave Tucker Knight a spot in the 2020 Royal Rumble when you have names like Ali, Matt Hardy, Adam Cole, Tommaso Ciampa in the company? It bewilders me. Yeah, to the point of the 40-man Rumble, I mean, why do this? I mean, why announce 27 of the 30 names? I mean, really, WWE have really just taken all the fun out of the Rumble by announcing almost every slot available early. I mean, when you look at the Rumble, you think pops, you think surprises, you think returns. You don't think, oh, very schedule orientated, very, by the book. Oh, this man will be in the ring, this will be in the ring. Oh, maybe one or two, but no. I mean, the last time I can remember them doing this and it being an okay Rumble was 2010, and surprisingly, one of the surprises there, ironically, was Edge.
And didn't he win it?
He won the whole damn thing from number 29, yeah.
Unreal.
Yeah, and he's surprisingly a rumoured entrant for this year's Royal Rumble. Yeah, I know, I mean, you think with Shorty G versus Sheamus, you think with, who else? Andrade and Berto Carrillo, Reigns and Corbin. They could, they didn't need a match. They could just had a sequence in the Rumble, and it would have been sufficient. It would have sufficed. But no, you give them these individual matches, and I believe that Reigns and Corbin, they're in the Rumble, aren't they? So
they are.
Why give them a singles match when they're already in the Rumble? It's basically taking away two spots from, I don't know, Ali and Matt Hardy. I don't know.
There's just someone else. In fact, we haven't even seen Mustafa Ali. We haven't even seen him on TV for a good while, actually.
I've been frequenting his Twitter account, and I swear the last 3 weeks he's done the same copy and paste tweet, stealing the show before the show. So he's been on the SmackDown pre-show, something that I guarantee 50% of people don't know exists. That's where he's been all these months.
Oh, God.
Exactly. It's a mess. It really is a mess, but, it's looking at positives here. It's going to be a good Rumble. Even a bad Rumble is a good Rumble.
To a degree, except for 2015.
As that Christmas song says, it's the most wonderful time of the year. It really is. Exactly. It really is a debate whether the Royal Rumble is the biggest show, even eclipsing WrestleMania. I mean, I know the spectacle of WrestleMania, but the Royal Rumble, that match is something else. There's two debating points here, of course, who's going to win, but also who's going to be the number 2 entrant, and they will probably eliminate Brock. So I guess I'm going to make it 2 ways. I'll do the number 2 entrant and who's going to win the whole thing. Number 2, who's eliminated Brock. I'm going to go with, what my heart says, McIntyre, but I'm going to go with Cain Velasquez. I feel like that's what they're building up to. That's what's going to happen. Cain will eliminate Brock, and then they'll face off for the title at Mania. Who's going to win the Rumble? I mean, it's no field, but I feel like it's got to be Roman. There's not really anyone. I know, same. But here's the thing: there's not really many other people who could, realistically win at this point. I mean, you have the storylines going in. You have Orton and McIntyre. You have Morrison and The Miz versus a New Day. You have Samoa Joe and Owens against the Messiahs.
The Messiah, the not so good Messiah.
You may have a bit of a lingering thing between Murphy and Black still in the running. You Andrade and Mysterio, or if I don't know who's it.
Mysterio's
there's so many people now. Yeah. So, or Elias and Corbin. Anyway, there's so much, storyline content in this Rumble match that I feel like it makes up for the lack of surprises somewhat. Of course, it doesn't completely make up for it because, half the fun of the Rumble is that countdown and that buzzer, and then that surprise return or debut.
Mm-hmm.
That's what makes it so fun. But yeah, so I think against my better judgment, and I think it would be stupid to have him win this because there's so many other people worthy. But, Fiend Roman is a match that intrigues me. It's probably like a guilty pleasure that I didn't wish I wanted, but it's going to happen.
Well,
and I think it's going to be Roman.
Well, if it does happen, then Roman should be the one losing. So maybe we can change him back into his old self and actually get him decent again. But no, I mean, for real, looking at this field, a lot of people who should be able to win are occupied in other storylines at times. You look at them all right here, and you look at them just... Yeah, even Roman's actually occupied to a degree with this whole story deal. But I'm thinking, no, can we please just have someone who hasn't won the Rumble match before? Because Roman won the damn Rumble before, albeit it was to a fury of boos to the point where The Rock couldn't even get him over. He's like, yep, this is what I have to deal with at times. No wonder he hasn't gone back. And, oh my god, just, I don't even know. My real heart would say McIntyre, to be honest, because he's someone who should honestly have gotten a damn shot by now. Like, if he's not holding championship gold by the end of the year, or at some point throughout the year, then they've done it all completely and utterly horribly wrong. And looking at some of these other people, they're so low on the pecking order, it's like, no wonder Brock Lesnar has to enter himself. But, faith itself could be a funny thing, but at the same time, with the way they've handled this Rumble, just announcing most of the main events, and I hope they have a big, big surprise. I'm not holding my breath for it, but if it does, oh man. But something? I'm running out of faith. If they have Roman Reigns win yet again, there's no faith, and I have no faith in them to do the right thing practically. I have more fucking faith that... God damn it. Just trying to get the words out here. But I have more freaking faith that a certain ship that I ship on one show just will actually become canon. Fuck it, I need to get this shit out of my system. Let me word it like this. I have more faith in a slight chance that even though FIM has ended, that it's still open-ended and a chance for Ocellus XM bar to be canon than I do any faith in WWE doing the right thing. I don't really have a choice. My heart wants to go with McIntyre, but god damn it, what am I gonna do, man? I don't know. I feel like I'm really at a crossroads. What do you think now? I don't even know what to pick, quite frankly.
You know what? I went with my head. You may as well go with your heart. Go with your heart.
I don't even know if I should do this. I'm just going to word it like this. My head says Roman, but my heart says McIntyre.
Do a Luger heart. Have them eliminate each other at the same time.
No, because then that screws it up. Then what happens there?
A triple threat. That'll be good. McIntyre, Reigns, and Fiend.
But no, McIntyre's on Raw still, so...
it's a Rumble. You get to pick, right?
Well, it just depends. You know what I said earlier. Head says Roman, heart says McIntyre. I'm just gonna leave it at that. Alright, let's just take a breather for a moment. Okay. Now, Women's Royal Rumble. 30 Women Royal Rumble match for a Women's Championship match at WrestleMania 36. Again, no background information for this one, but we do have more leeway for surprises. Only 9 out of the 30 entrants have been announced for this Women's Royal Rumble match, so we still have a lot of surprises potentially for the Women's Rumble. Who do we have so far announced? Only 3 Raw people. Charlotte Flair, Sarah Logan, and Natalya. As for SmackDown, we have Alexa Bliss and Nikki Cross, and Carmella, and Dana Brooke, and Mandy Rose, and Sonya Deville. Well, they weren't on previously, but then they were added later on and taken off. Yeah, it's a good chance they're going to be in there. If they're not really doing anything else in singles or tag, whatever, so there's a good chance that they're going to be in the Rumble. Usually for the women's, they have to get more hands on deck, because, well, there's less women than there are men on the roster. And so we'll probably actually see some NXT people, which I kind of was hoping we would have some in the men's Royal Rumble. But here, you just know it's inevitable. It's not a matter of if, but a matter of who, like the New Day always do, you know? To be fair, I think this match, the Women's Royal Rumble, on one hand, can be a little unpredictable at times, though, given that there's not much announced. But there's one name that's been constantly running the rumor mill of who is going to actually win. None other than the Queen of Hearts. Or not Queen of... I meant Queen of Spades. I can't fucking talk. No, I don't see Natalya winning the thing. But the name I meant to say, the Queen of Spades, Shayna Baszler. She hasn't really been active a whole lot on NXT as of late. She had a couple other matches, but there's been rumors going around that her call-up is inevitable. And not just her being called up to the main roster, but her entering the Royal Rumble match as a surprise, winning the whole damn enchilada, challenging Becky Lynch for the Raw Women's Championship at WrestleMania 36, and winning, starting her dominating reign of terror on the main roster like she had in NXT. That wouldn't be too bad, at least. Fresh change of scenery and a fresh change of opponents do help, though you do have to wonder about her horsewomen cohorts, Marina Shafir and Jessamine Duke. Who do you think's gonna win?
Well, you do make a convincing point. Shayna Baszler recently lost her NXT Women's Championship to Rhea Ripley in December. She recently also got eliminated from a number one contenders match for said title.
It was a battle royal
by Shotzi Blackheart, the upstart in the women's division at NXT. This coming week, NXT, Shayna Baszler defeated Shotzi Blackheart in a competitive matchup, tapping her out with a kill feud clutch. And afterwards, I mean, you feel like this ties up some loose ends, and that Shayna Baszler's ready to move on from NXT. But she cut a promo, maybe it's a veteran, we don't know yet. We'll find out on Sunday, where she says, I've still got unfinished business, and I will not stop until I am a 3-time NXT Women's Champion.
Oh God, it's 3-time now. Shayna 3-time. And you know that...
Yeah.
Oh no, go on.
Oh no, go on.
No, I was gonna say, with her being 3-time, it's like, I have to remember, even though she has held the most number of days for her title, actually, for the NXT Women's Champion, she still had to do it in 2 reigns, where Asuka only had 1 strong dominating reign. That's the real difference maker there. Continue.
Then again, it does speak to her resilience that after losing it, she's able to pick herself up, dust herself off, and get that title back again and hold it for such a significant period of time.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, as I was saying, I feel like this could be a bit of a red herring. I mean, of course, you know, we all know the whole kayfabe argument of, oh, you don't really, if you were surprised at entering the Rumble, why would you say it? You know, if you're AJ Styles in 2016, you don't say it in the Rumble. If you're Samoa Joe in 2017, you know, you don't say, oh, I'm going to be in the Rumble, so you don't disappoint.
Exactly.
If you're the Hurricane in 2018, you know,
the Hardy
you get the
Boys at
picture.
WrestleMania as well, 2017.
Exactly.
Like, oh man.
Especially after wrestling at Ring of Honor the night before.
Oh yeah, I didn't think that would happen.
Anyway, exactly.
Mm-hmm.
So you really can't say anything. You don't really take anything away from that promo that Baszler did, because it just, you know, imagine Baszler just said after that match with Blackheart, oh, okay, see you on Sunday, guys, can beat the Rumble, huh, lol. No, you save that, and, you know, whether she says she's not going anywhere, that doesn't say anything. It's really a case of you have to wait till Sunday. But, you know, if my opinion, my prediction, she's entering. And barring an absolute insanity pick by creative to either have Banks win and face Bayley, I think that'll be a good match. I'd like to see that.
Would be, yeah.
Yeah, and that would allow for Lynch and Baszler to still happen. So, or Charlotte winning, which I don't think is to happen. Yeah, I feel like Baszler is going to be the one to win. And also, on a side note, have Banks and Bayley on a SmackDown side of things. That match can happen alongside Baszler and Lynch, and the women's side of things on the Mania card will be absolutely stacked. So, yeah, I'm going to go with Baszler to win.
big ballsy one to go with her to win as well. But you know, it does really make sense and often has been flowing around, but who knows? They could just swerve us for the hell of it. It hasn't stopped them before. Really, really hasn't. Yeah. Looking at who to pick, I mean, not really anyone I want from the current field of what's been announced, so let's do a while. Oh, nope, not gonna say that after. Not gonna finish that because of what happened last year, but let's do okay, what's a better term for wild card? Should we do
Left field.
Left field, that could work. Left field, loose cannon. One of those. Left field pick.
Outside pick.
Or outside pick, yeah. Let's just say when describing that, let's do something like that for this. I'm just gonna go with Shayna Baszler as well. She's done mostly everything to do in NXT, and throwing them off the trail is always the thing to do. I think we're starting to see it to the point where you could just know what they say. You can't really take it at face value, or you can't just take it there, that it's actually true. Like, you gotta wait and see, so yeah, and Baszler would certainly be more interesting than any of these people that have been announced so far. Wait, have we even had any past Rumble winners? Oh, wait. No past Rumble winners were announced. In fact, funny enough, the past two women who did win the Royal Rumbles, the Women's Royal Rumble, the only two other winners, are actually facing off against
in the title
each
match,
other.
yeah.
Yeah, but we'll get to that when we get to that. So yeah, I'm going with Shayna Baszler. Our next match is, I just want to say it already, you know, because it's so crazy. It's The Fiend, Bray Wyatt versus Daniel Bryan in a strap match, not of the Yappa Pie Indian variety, for the WWE Universal Championship. In Survivor Series, The Fiend Bray Wyatt defeated Daniel Bryan to retain the Universal Championship. On the following SmackDown, after Bryan accepted another rematch for the title at TLC, Tables, Ladders, and Chairs, The Fiend appeared and attacked Bryan, ripping out his hair. The Miz, who had been intertwined with the feud, appeared the following week and said that Bryan had not been seen since The Fiend's attack, and in turn became Wyatt's opponent in a non-title match at TLC, where Wyatt, as his Firefly Funhouse character and not The Fiend, defeated Miz. Following the match, a hooded figure attacked Wyatt and then revealed himself as the returning Daniel Bryan, now with a buzz cut and shorter beard, almost looking like he did in 2010. Boy, I feel like we're going back between Daniel Bryan looking as he does, and then Sheamus getting his old look back when he came back. Yeah. On the following SmackDown, both Bryan and Miz stated their desire to take the Universal Championship from Wyatt due to their respective personal issues with him, when they were interrupted by King Corbin, who felt that he deserved an opportunity for the title due to his victory over Roman Reigns at TLC. Ugh. In the December 27th episode, Bryan defeated Miz and Corbin in a triple threat match to earn another Universal Championship match against The Fiend at the Royal Rumble. On the January 17th episode, Bryan delivered a running knee to The Fiend and attacked him, only for The Fiend to retreat. Frustrated, Bryan changed the stipulation of their match to a strap match so The Fiend could not run away. So yeah, while we are seeing a rematch, we at least have a different stipulation to give it a little variety. And I can't even actually remember the last time we had a strap match in WWE, actually. I really can't actually remember. It feels like so long ago. Like, it's not a stipulation you see very often. But still, it should be interesting, trapping The Fiend so he can't run away. And he doesn't even really have to be, pinned, you know, actually, to do it here. Yeah, because normally the most common rule is to go around the ring, touch all four corners, and without stopping. Although they can end in pinfalls, but I don't think we need to pin The Fiend anytime soon. Not even at WrestleMania 36. Hey, who do you think's gonna win?
It seems peculiar to me that this match is a strap match. Like you said, the rules are, you know, I believe it is Extreme Rules. no disqualifications, and you do have to tap all four corners to turn like green, and then once you tap the fourth, you win. That for the Fiend's title reign, this scares me. I know that I understand that WWE do not want to have the Fiend Bray Wyatt lose by pinfall. They don't even want them to lose, period. But they do not, underline twice, do not want him to lose via pinfall. And I know, I feel like he kind of stumbled through his feud with Rollins, but he made the best out of a bad situation. The euphemism.
Yeah.
Make chicken salad out of chicken. You know what?
Mm-hmm.
And for every Hell in a Cell, you have Crown Jewel, or whatever it was at the time where Bray Wyatt did right and wrongs of Hell in a Cell.
Crown Jewel 2019.
Yeah. So something just a part of me just feels a bit scared that Wyatt will just beat the crap out of Bryan, and then Daniel will just hit all four corners and just run out of there with the title in hand. While Bray Wyatt just looks on, like part of me feels like the Fiend doesn't really care about the title. I feel like it's just there to inflict pain. So if Daniel Bryan was to just hit every four corner and walk out with the title, Wyatt would just either chase him or just look at him. I hope that's not happening, and I hope logic sort of applies here. And I don't know. I mean, from the dirt sheets, everything's just pointing to a Roman Reigns Bray Wyatt match at Mania for the Universal title. I wouldn't mind that. I think I said in the previous prediction in this video actually that it's something that's a guilty pleasure of mine that I would probably like to see. But I don't know. If this was a 1v1 normal, no strap match, just normal 1v1, Wyatt every day of the week, it's a bit more 50-50 for me. But I feel I'm going to put my faith in WWE to do the right thing. And just like WrestleMania 28 and the rumors of the initial WrestleMania 30 card, I feel like Daniel Bryan's going to lose this and just will go on to face Sheamus at WrestleMania like he is supposed to every year.
God.
But, yeah, I kid. Then again, with his new gimmick, I wouldn't mind the match. Anyway, I'm going to go with what I think is going to happen. And what I want to happen, but it's all like a 70-30 conscience right now thinking here. I'm going to go with the Fiend to win.
Yeah, I'm going with the Fiend as well. Again, still not a quite full Universal title reign from him yet, but we know it's inevitable, or it feels like it's inevitable at least. I hope to God they just... Normally, you feel like I said, I'm not a big fan of swerving for the sake of swerves, but if I had to make one exception, I would do it for God, for some reason, Roman Reigns wins the damn Royal Rumble and goes on to challenge the Fiend here. Yeah, if they would swerve us and have the Fiend actually beat Roman and actually do something exciting, that would be something. But looking here now, currently, I still think, although the Fiend has surpassed several people on the pecking order and is the 4th longest reigning Universal Champion, and funny enough, he's ahead of Roman Reigns for now, but still a little low on the pecking order compared to the Raw guys who have held it. But for now, I'm going to go with the Fiend as well. It's still that early, and who knows, maybe for now, do the right thing now and screw us over later on. Who knows? And our next match is Becky Lynch versus Asuka for the Raw Women's Championship. So yeah, the two women who previously won the Women's Royal Rumble matches, Asuka being the inaugural winner back in 2018 and Becky Lynch winning last year, now they're here, facing off for another championship. And funny enough, last year they faced off for the SmackDown Women's Championship, where Asuka made Becky tap. This time, though, Becky is the Raw Women's Champion, and Asuka, well, she's one half of the Women's Tag Champs, but Yeah, she's still the challenger for Becky's title going into this. So I gotta scroll up to the Raw side here. Here we go. At TLC, Tables, Ladders, and Chairs, Kabuki Warriors, Asuka and Kairi Sane defeated the team of Raw Women's Champion Becky Lynch and Charlotte Flair in a TLC match to retain the WWE Women's Tag Team Championship. In a backstage interview on the following Raw, Lynch stated that she has not been herself for the past few months and felt that management had been putting her into tag team matches to protect her from facing Asuka alone and losing. She also stated that she had never defeated Asuka and needed to change that. The following week, Lynch challenged Asuka to a match with her Raw Women's Championship on the line, which Asuka accepted. So yeah, and last year the dynamic was different as well, with Asuka being a face and Becky being tweener-ish, I guess. Now the dynamics are reversed, with Asuka being a heel and Becky mostly face. Still, though, they put on a hell of a match last year, and I'm still excited to see this, even though they have fought before, and yeah, last year's Rumble. I'm still actually kind of looking forward to this match with the dynamics, with the switch dynamics. Heathie, who do you think's gonna win?
To be honest, I think this is a sleeper storyline right now. You know, if you just look at this from face value, it is Becky Lynch looking back at the past that haunts her so much. Maybe I'm not sure when it was. Maybe 1 year to the day, but basically exactly 1 year ago, her worst loss of the year. I don't even know if she's lost a 1v1 except maybe to Kyrie since, and it was at the same event, and it was for a women's title to Asuka. So it's a rematch. It's redemption. It's one last debt Becky Lynch needs to collect. It's perfect. I feel like this is some sort of closure storyline angle. I know there's the whole narrative of, oh, I can't beat you. You know, Asuka hasn't been beaten in a long time. She's on this new renaissance, unstoppable streak. It really is a throwback to last year's Rumble, and I love it. I don't know. I mean, Sheena versus Asuka. That sounds like a match made in heaven.
Mm-hmm.
That sounds like something like, oh, I'd love that.
What I wouldn't
but
do to have that match.
It's going to happen in the future, and if not, WWE, I'm taking you to court because that is just abuse. Anyway,
wrestler's court.
yeah, yeah, and I mean, to be honest, with the amount of short-sighted people in there, it would fit with Full Circle. Anyway, so yeah, I mean, think about this. This is the match that Asuka seems most likely to lose. Like, that's insane. You never really go into a match thinking Asuka's definitely losing this one, especially after her dominant NXT one, especially after that.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so I'm gonna go with, and it pains me to say because I love Asuka, I love Kyrie, I love the Kabuki Warriors, but I feel like Becky needs to go 1 year with the title, so I'm gonna go with Becky to win.
1 year with the title. It doesn't even seem like that long ago when she actually won it. Okay, hold on. There we go. Yeah, it doesn't even feel like that long ago when she actually won it, but still, you have to wonder. Yeah, with the way it is, still, Becky still didn't look too bad when she lost last year to Asuka, but then again, she took Lana's spot after Lana was injured in kayfabe in the Women's Royal Rumble and won the whole 9 yards, so yeah. That was something. I wonder, how long has Becky been the Raw Women's Champion? She's held it for about 292 days. Second longest reigning Raw Women's Champion, only behind Alexa Bliss. Wow. When you actually look at the titles and see how long people have held it for, it's like, did they really hold it for that long? But yeah, looking at this, unfortunately, it's paining me to say this as well, but Becky Lynch is probably going to win. And who knows where this is going to lead her after all this. Oh boy, oh boy, oh boy, oh boy, oh boy. This is definitely a filler match. We don't need it. These two men are in the Royal Rumble, but they're giving it to us anyways. Roman Reigns versus King Corbin in a Falls Count Anywhere match. So during the triple threat match to determine the number one contender for the Universal Championship, Roman Reigns attacked King Corbin, costing him the title opportunity. The following week, Reigns announced his participation in the Royal Rumble match, being the first to do so. Later that night, Reigns teamed with Daniel Bryan to face Corbin and Dolph Ziggler, which ended in a no contest. Following the match, Corbin and Ziggler attacked Reigns only for the Usos, Jimmy and Jay, to return and aid Reigns by attacking both Corbin and Ziggler. On the January 10th episode, Corbin announced his participation in the Royal Rumble match and stated that Reigns was scared to face him again. Bro, he was the first damn one to enter the Royal Rumble match. You think Roman Reigns, of all people, would be scared to face you again? Pfft, get wrecked, broke-ass Burger King on crack. Or should I say channel-changing Burger King clown? Hence why Reigns was also competing in the match. In response, Reigns challenged Corbin to a rematch at the event, which Corbin accepted. The following week, Reigns defeated the returning Robert Roode in a tables match, allowing him to choose the stipulation for his match with Corbin. And he chose a Falls Count Anywhere match. So yeah, Falls Count Anywhere in a big-ass baseball stadium. I mean, there should be plenty of hard-hitting action, and no doubt the Usos and cronies in the mid-card of evil are no doubt going to want to get in a piece of the action themselves, quite frankly. In fact, what we had on SmackDown, we might have a preview for tomorrow for the Rumble. But yeah, honestly, I'm getting sick of this feud. They've dragged this shit on long enough, quite frankly. They've dragged this on long enough, and they've done the stupidest of all crap with this food. Need I mention the dog food? And I swear to God, they've been running this thing on the house show circuit, where between Reigns and Corbin, loser eats dog food. They've been actually rumored. They've been rumored to do that for the February 14th episode of SmackDown. Yeah, Valentine's Day. Go out on a date, go see wrestling, and see some crap. Yeah, if that actually does happen, by the way, I'm throwing this out there now. Normally when I do my SmackDown streams, in the words of Monty Python, we'll do something, and now for something completely different. Yeah, just do something different. Just something else. Something that'll be more worthy of my time than witnessing that madness. Hell, even old JD from NY206, the YouTube wrestling community messiah himself, is thinking about cutting out SmackDown from his review schedule. And if that actually happens, I guarantee you that will be the straw that breaks the camel's back. Edie, what do you think?
It's a match that does need to happen. That's what I think. Yeah, the Falls Count Anywhere stipulation to this match. The match has happened like 500 times by now, and you think it's gonna make it a bit more interesting. Sure, we may see a Arena Ball, but that's about it. I mean, unless you can take us to a pet shop and get dog food everywhere, I don't know. Maybe.
Oh God! Don't give him ideas like that.
I mean, what else can you do here? I mean, tables, ladders, chairs. Seen that before, haven't we?
Yeah, you're kind of right.
It's going to be a Royal Rumble preview. It's probably going to start the night. You're going to see Dash, Dawson, Wilder, Ziggler, Corbin, Roode, Jimmy, Jay, Roman. It's going to be one big hodgepodge of just absolute carnage.
In the Revival, for no reason, they're not even booked for the show. I don't even know. Actually,
I think this match is this. It reminds me of Rollins at WrestleMania 31. You know, remember that match where we all thought that Rollins was going to beat Orton, and Orton got that massive, amazing RKO.
Oh yeah,
what happened there? Rollins went on to cash in, so it's like short-term loss for long-term gain. I'm thinking maybe. Then again, I'll probably give Corbin grounds to have a title match, and that'll be Roman versus Corbin at Fastlane. Oh my God, I'm just booking myself into a corner here.
Careful, man. Don't fall into that trap. Don't fall into that. When you do, you get Hell in a Cell 2019.
You know what? How do you have Roman Reigns lose to Baron Corbin and then win the Rumble without having Corbin go for the title? It's inconceivable. So I'm gonna have to go with Roman to win here, just based on my Rumble pick. Even though it's a mess up, but
I
Roman
don't
to
want
win.
to go back. I don't want to go back there, quite frankly. I've already stated my faith. I stated my piece. My faith in them is less. More faith in my ship actually becoming canon, even though the show it's associated with is over. But yeah, but looking at this, you know what? I'm cutting straight to the chase. Roman Reigns to quite frankly win. I don't even really just want to see King Corbin with him in that damn title picture. God forbid Roman Reigns wins. I think we've just had enough. I don't know what it is with Corbin, but they always just drag his feuds out so much. It's like, and they're always almost all play out the same way. Even though they seem different on the surface, they really don't. It drags out so long. I'm pretty sure some of these RPGs I have in my backlog here, I could beat. And he'll still be feuding with whoever. Yeah, Roman Reigns. No ands, ifs, or buts about it. In our next match is Chad Gable versus Sheamus. I have to be careful to make sure I don't say that horrible name that he has, After a 7-month hiatus, Sheamus appeared in a vignette on the November 29th episode of SmackDown, announcing that he would be returning to in-ring action. Over the next several weeks, more vignettes aired, with Sheamus claiming that SmackDown had become soft in his absence. On the January 3rd episode, as Shorty G was being attacked by the Revival, Scott Dawson Dash Wilder, Sheamus returned seemingly to aid Chad Gable. Oh, wait, did I? Oh, dear. If I said it, I can't even remember. Whatever. He seemingly returned to aid Gable. However, after the Revival cleared the ring, Sheamus bro-kicked the ever-loving life out of Gable. And then he claimed that Gable embodied everything wrong with SmackDown. Really? And not King Corbin? I think the Celtic Warrior has his priorities a little, mismatched, if you know what I mean. But Corbin's already occupied, so you just have to get the leftovers, I guess. Anyways, yeah, he embodied everything wrong with SmackDown and continued to target him over the next few weeks. And yeah, this is a filler match. I really don't honestly, what am I even supposed to say about this match? I don't think I really have anything to say about this. Heaty, do you have anything to say about this?
I mean, it's weird. I think Sheamus is either pushing 40 or is over 40, and he's getting he's getting a young upstart fed to him, basically.
He's 41.
41. I mean, he's an amazing athlete, and I would love to see him hold the Intercontinental title one day, but that's beside the point. I mean, okay. I'll say one thing about this. As Sheamus's misheard lyrics once said, it's a shameful thing, lobster head. And I think Sheamus will be looking at Chad Gable on Sunday like a fat man will be looking at a Red Lobster menu. He'll be looking to absolutely tear the head off this man. I think Sheamus is going to get the win. Pretty simple. Clean and simple. Easy. Sheamus for the win.
Yeah, honestly, I do as well. I mean, with the way they've been booking Gable, they have just not been giving him the justice. I mean, look at what they saddled him with. And then Sheamus is about to bro-kick the ever-loving life out of him once again. How sad. How very, very sad. And Gable was over as hell. He was getting over as hell during King of the Ring, But then this happens. Ugh. My, oh my. Yeah, Sheamus to win. Next match, Bayley versus Lacey Evans for the SmackDown Women's Championship. So, on the SmackDown following Survivor Series, SmackDown Women's Champion Bayley and Team SmackDown Women's Captain Sasha Banks criticized their brand's women's division for letting them down at the event, as both Bayley and Team SmackDown lost their respective matches. And of course, those two refused to take the blame, because evil. Team member Lacey Evans interrupted and performed a women's right on Banks, with Evans turning face, because... Following week, Evans questioned Bayley's leadership as a champion. I mean, she's still second fiddle, Or is it Sasha playing second fiddle? I can't even think. Yeah, later Banks confronted Evans after the latter's match, after which Bayley ambushed Evans. On the December 13th episode, Bayley dismissed Evans' comments and defeated Dana Brooke in a non-title match. After Bayley defeated Brooke in a rematch the following week, she and Banks taunted Brooke until Evans came out and challenged Banks to a match, which ended in a double countout. On the December 27th episode, Bayley and Banks defeated Evans and Brooke in a tag team match. Evans and Brooke then won a triple threat tag team match the following week, also involving Alexa Bliss and Nikki Cross, with Brooke pinning Banks. And Brooke gets the pin. Ooh, Dana Brooke, whatever. Evans was then scheduled to face Banks on the January 10th episode. Banks, however, no-showed, and Bayley appeared on the Titantron, taunting Evans. In response, Evans went backstage where the two brawled. The following week, Evans was once again scheduled to face Banks. However, Banks was unable to compete due to her injured ankle. Bayley took her place in the match, lost to Evans, and due to Evans' win, she earned herself a title match at the Royal Rumble. You know, it's funny how she pins the champion and gets the title match, yet Braun Strowman did the same with Shinsuke Nakamura, and they're not even getting an IC title match here. At least it would be more exciting to Chad Gable with Sheamus. But back to this match here. Some people have felt the forcefulness of Lacey Evans' push. You could kind of feel it early on, and then they're trying to turn her face, trying to get her over, and it's kind of, sort of, half and half working at times, but not fully. Not fully, unfortunately. And that last promo, oof, let's just say it was that promo on the go-home SmackDown before Rumble that Evans cut. It was a bit uneven. I'll put it like that, a bit uneven. I'll just say it escalated quickly. But lo and behold, I mean, it is what it is. It just feels like a standard stop off to the side. Truth be told, Vince loves his blonde, so you know he's going to have to put the title on her at some point. But I don't know if this is going to be the moment. Healy, who do you think's going to win?
I don't know. I mean, I agree with your sentiment that this feels really forced. I mean, they want Lacey Evans to become a main event star so badly. I mean, at this point, I don't think WWE cares if it as a heel or as a babyface. I mean, I don't think they care to a point that they've just completely done a flip reverse of what Lacey Evans' former character was. I mean, into this main roster scene as a strong, independent woman who is ready to prey on the weak and show them that women are strong. But now it's just look, you're a bully. Don't bully people. Yay!
Deja vu
I know.
from Backlash 2018. Ugh.
They basically took a page out of how to be a generic babyface one-on-one and just slapped it right on Lacey Evans' forehead and say, "Hey Bayley, here's your next contender." But I guess that's part and parcel with the Royal Rumble, and obviously the women's title. Even if it is Becky and Asuka, that. Look, whatever world title match is on the line, whatever world title is on the line, it's going to take a back seat if it's the Royal Rumble pay. Take a seat to that Royal Rumble match. So I'm totally okay with this match happening. It's probably going to be a decent match, but there's not a cat's chance in hell that we're going to be seeing a new champion here tonight or tomorrow night. Tonight, if you're seeing this on Sunday, of course. I think that it behooves SmackDown to have Bayley go in as champion. I mean, having Lacey as champion in WrestleMania season, she's not ready for that. I mean, I'm absolutely a fan of her, and next year maybe she'll be ready for it. But no, I feel like it's got to be, maybe it's Bayley and Sasha, but it's got to be Bayley as champion going in. I'm going to go with Bayley to retain.
Yeah, I'm going with Bayley on this one as well. It would still be too early, and at times she still is stuck playing second, or not quite second fiddle, but still having to deal with Sasha at her side. It's like we never really had a true break off between the two, and I'm not sure there ever will be, truth be told. There might be still tension here and there and all, but and it may boil over at times, but given how they've handled it before in the past, yeah. And as for this match, yeah, Bayley to win. I don't still see Evans quite winning it. Hell, if they haven't put the title on Mandy Rose yet, yeah, I don't see Lacey doing it here, so going with Bayley. And our last match is Andrade Cien Almas versus Humberto Carrillo. Well, yeah, for the United States Championship. And I always have to say Humberto, like how JD says it. Just, So on the TLC pre-show kickoff, Humberto Carrillo defeated Andrade for some reason. On the following episode of Raw, both were scheduled to participate in a gauntlet match to determine the number one contender against Rey Mysterio for the United States Championship. Carrillo advanced to the final to face Andrade, who did not appear during his entrance. Andrade instead attacked him from behind and then performed a hammerlock DDT on Carrillo onto the exposed concrete floor. Due to this, the gauntlet match ended in a no contest. Boo! Andrade then won the U.S. title from Mysterio at a WWE live event in Madison Square Garden on December 26th. That's the second time the U.S. title has changed hands at a WWE live event in Madison Square Garden. After Andrade retained the title against Mysterio in a ladder match on the January 20th episode of Raw, Andrade attempted to perform the hammerlock DDT on Mysterio on the exposed concrete floor, only for Carrillo to appear to aid Mysterio and fought off Andrade, who retreated along with Zelina Vega. Backstage, Carrillo issued a challenge to Andrade for the United States Championship at the Royal Rumble, which was made official, so here we are. Truth be told, I don't know, like, this is like, God, how many times has Carrillo challenged for the U.S. title? I've lost track. I think he had 5 in a row against AJ Styles when AJ was the U.S. champ, and he lost every single damn one of them. And it's like, if you're just doing this stuff, you're not going to get him over. And if that isn't going to change, then I don't see much changing here. And besides, we need to give Andrade a good reign after keeping him in the shadows for as long, or they kept for keeping them as long in the shadows as they did, just not giving him a good title reign. I think this is actually Andrade's first big, like, main title reign, like, on the main roster. Healy, who do you think's gonna win?
Yeah, it's so apropos that this is a pre-show match. I mean, I can only see one clear winner here. But guess we'll elongate this by a few seconds. Yeah, I feel like if Rey Mysterio was in this match, maybe a different story, a three-way. Maybe that's what they're saving for Mania. But I feel like to have Humberto return so soon to the Rumble kind of just nullifies his chances of winning the match. I like that they're doing this thing where they actually keep the storyline going like this. I feel like they could have easily slotted Humberto back a week after or the night after the Rumble and just have him in a random match on Raw or whatever. But I'm happy in that respect that he's still got beef with Andrade and they're willing to continue this. I don't think Humberto's there just yet to beat Andrade. I feel like it's got a bit of time to go until he dethrones Andrade as US champ. And also, I feel like the plan with Humberto, as far as WWE's mindset, is just, I feel like it's just to have him have really good matches, but be really competitive with his adversaries, but come up just a bit short. So I mean, why change now? I mean, I think it's working. I feel like it maybe it'd take another few weeks to get him back to where he was because he's been off for a few weeks. Maybe that's stunted his momentum a bit. But I feel like he can get back before Mania. I feel like Mania's the perfect time to have him become US champion. I feel like to build his name up a bit more, get a few big victories, maybe with like a Randy Orton or I don't know. I was going to say Rowan, but Rowan's on a bit of a tear right now. Mm-hmm. Or Matt Hardy or somewhere, I don't know. But I feel like it's not the time right now. The title change shouldn't be happening on the pre-show. Especially on the pre-show. Especially with Andrade, he's got a bit to go. I feel like he's still got a bit to prove and a bit to show as US champion. So I'm going to go with Andrade to retain.
I'm going to keep this short and sweet as well. Andrade as well to retain. I don't see Korea winning it, which is a shame because it keeps knocking him down. I mean, you plucked him from out of nowhere, basically, off 205, which I'm not sure why they did, though. Like, probably because of the whole Latin ordeal. Yeah, so... yeah, Andrade still. It's too early for Andrade to lose. So, going with Andrade to retain. And lo and behold, we got through the Rumble. Oh boy, so like I said, there might be some fun still to have, but I'm still a little nervous, like I said. I mean, I hope I still have a good time, and hey, by the end of it, I'll be at least halfway done to attending pretty much half of the Big Four shows, considering I went to Survivor Series back in 2017, because again, my kingdom in Houston, and lo and behold, I will be halfway through by the end of Sunday, and I'm hoping that it is, but got to be a little cautious with the company. You know, you have to be cautious because you never really know with WWE. You never really know. Even though we know most of who's entering the men's rumble, it's still a little nerve-wracking, you know. Anyways, I want to thank Heathy for being here with me as always. Say bye, Heathy.
Hey, thanks for having me. I hope you enjoy your weekend.
Oh, I hope to too. And yeah, even though we're in the weekend at the moment, but my event, yeah. Anyways, and we'll see you for TakeOver Portland. So until then, yeah, thanks for watching. Goodbye, good night, bang.